There's going to be, a lot of ecological challenges in the coming decades. One of the major ones, obviously, is climate change.
Margaret Mead told us that a small group of committed people can change the world. And we believe here at Foss Company that our efforts in raising equity for programs that provide community benefits, such as affordable housing or renewable energy, or even the rehabilitation of historic buildings, does our part to help millions of people.
There is a concept called a social license to operate, and the public here in the U.S. expects sustainable economic growth.
And some of the things we can do, as a society to address that is to encourage and promote more investment in things like renewable energy and sustainable technologies.
Investors now use ESG disclosures of companies and companies' carbon footprints as a filter and as a decision point for their investment strategies.
So if the government wants to discourage you from doing something, they will tax you. If they want to incentivize you to do something, then what they do is they provide you with a tax credit. So what we do is we work with programs, whatever they may be, whether it's a solar development, whether it's a wind development, whether it's an affordable housing development, and we bring tax equity to their transaction. In exchange, they give us the tax credits that the government has given to them. Our company was originally primarily in the oil and gas sector. We have developed a long-term love of the energy business, I would say. So we've been in oil and gas, we've been in synthetic fuels, or what we euphemistically call clean coal. We've been in landfill gas collections. We were actually one of the first investors in the solar thermal facilities that were built down in the Mojave Desert in California, and since then have grown into one of the largest sponsor syndicators of solar tax equity in the United States.
There's a lot of growth in this sector, and it's an exciting place to invest. So, there's a lot of alignment there, and so we saw it as a good time to, expand our investors' interest to have a dedicated team focused on that aspect of the business. Since I joined Foss Company, we've completed investments in over 100 solar projects, and the environmental aspect of the impact is maybe obvious. It's, clean energy. In some cases, we're offsetting, much dirtier sources of energy production. So the advantages to investors for investing in solar and other sustainable technologies, sort of a win-win in terms of the economic benefits to the corporation. So from an economic perspective, the benefits are that they are able to earn a return on dollars that otherwise would have just gone to taxes.
So at Foss, we quickly recognized the value that CCUS could bring to help with climate change. So carbon capture, utilization, and sequestration, or CCUS, it's the process of capturing carbon dioxide at the emission source and compressing it into its liquid state, and then capturing the liquid carbon dioxide and either permanently sequestering it deep underground or utilizing it in another process that permanently prevents it from being released to the atmosphere. We at Foss made a strategic decision to actually develop our own CCUS projects. We're now working directly with carbon dioxide producers and helping bring viable CCUS projects to the market for our investors.
I see us growing our renewable energy team tremendously. I see us becoming more of a development entity than we are today, and growing our tax equity practice.
With the current projects that we're working on, it will be the equivalent of reducing hundreds of thousands of cars off the road each year. And then from a longer term perspective, we're creating a roadmap for efficient and effective financing solutions for other CCUS projects as new technologies are introduced and want to be brought to the market.
Because we're 100% focused on these projects that generate some kind of social or environmental benefit, it means that we get to spend all of our time working on these projects that many of us are most passionate about.
We have expanded tremendously over the last 5 years. I see us not only being a tax equity partner to developers, but getting into the development space. I think that there's new technology that's being developed that we will be able to participate in and just continuing to grow.